Hello, welcome back to Don't Toy With Me. So we're back I loaded the first choice that were presented in the game. Instead of tapping, we'll put silence. She waits in the quiet of the house. Somewhere distantly, the sound of Whisker's muted footsteps detail his route up to the attic. She waits and she waits. Her posture holds stiffly, but the energy begins to leave her expression. I see. I don't know what I was expecting. I'll go mad in here alone, you know. But you just keep on ignoring me, won't you? I'm doing my best. You make my life so needlessly difficult. She sighs, and after adjusting her long hair into place, she turns to leave the room. There's no need to interfere with her day too much. You already have something planned for later anyway. You leave the dollhouse alone for now. The dollhouse is a little bit cleaner than it was this morning. Dahlia has spent some time dusting and picking up. She prefers her home spotless, or at least she used to. Now it seems she settles for clean enough, and she never bothers with the attic anymore. She idly straightens the decorations atop her wardrobe in her room. A heavy thump quickly undoes this. What? She turns, looking around in surprise. Hesitantly, she peers out of her bedroom door and down the stairs. Whisker is already in the foyer investigating. What is it? She descends the... Oh my, a present? Her eyes light up with interest, running her fingers over the wooden exterior. There's a quirk to her brow when she realizes it's cheap compressed wood. Something new then? Whisker presses his ear to the side of the box. He hops back away when he hears a cough from inside, hiding behind Dahlia. What is it? She searches around the lid, unable... I feel like this is the same dialogue, right? Okay, skipping. You smile. Yeah, I'm skipping. Help. Okay, help. Really broken. Help, 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 help. I'm not getting back in the box. Suppose I don't think the first choice matters that much, right? I think it's just give some new dialogue and that's all. Okay. If we choose this, right, I think, nah, Huxley is winning you over. It would be a lie to say that the clown wasn't growing on you. Though at first, you did only bring him to the dollhouse in order to provide Dahlia with some company. He's a funny little guy in his own right. Even if not always through his jokes, you'll have to start thinking of some ways to make him feel more welcome in the house, now that you know Dahlia will be able to get along with him. Things are fairly peaceful in the dollhouse for some time after. You check on the toys from time to time, a little more frequently than you would when it was only Dahlia and Whisker in the house. It's more active than it has been in some time, so there's more to see going on. You decide you'll be adding some new things for them from time to time to keep up this level of activity. Try that piece in the bottom right there. Whisker leans forward against the table to move one of the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. His little paw nudges it carefully to fit within its place. Oh, okay, that's part of the red costume. That's why the color was so different. Oh, what are you two up to in here? Hey Dahlia, Whisker was just helping me with this puzzle. I tried by myself, but you know me, butterfingers. Huxley says this as he extends one of his digitless stump arms before lowering it again. Oh yes, I see. I really enjoy puzzles too. You should have told me. I would be happy to help. You were reading, so I didn't want to bother you about it. Plus, I think Whisker likes puzzle. The rabbit perks up at this, confirming the statement. Dahlia's demeanor changes at this. Something about this is bothering her. Whisker never wanted to do puzzle with me. He never wants to sit on my lap like that either. Actually, where did you get this? I don't remember seeing this puzzle before. You haven't? I found it in the foyer today. I assume you'd left it out. Looks like Dahlia is getting jealous. Jealous that the bunny does not like her. That the bunny likes the clown better. I don't leave my things lying around. It must be new. How odd. The owner always bring new gifts to my attention. I guess it was for me then. I don't think it's much your style anyway. Dahlia moves a little closer to the table to look at the illustration on the puzzle box. It features a group of circus performers putting on a show in front of a drably dressed audience. Their costumes are bright and colorful against the muted background. The only full character in the puzzle they've put together so far is the mustachioed clown in the striped tights. Yes, I suppose. Yes, I suppose it would have to be for you then. Something wrong, Dahlia? You can still put it together with us. Not wrong exactly, but was this the only thing in the foyer? Yeah, I didn't see anything else out of place. Well, you two enjoy your puzzle then, I suppose. I have other things to do. What's up with her, Whisker? You think she's mad at me? What? Oh, I hate guessing games like this. I guess I'll just ask her about it later. Dahlia makes her way up to the attic and knocks on the ceiling of the house. Are you up there? I know you had to be here earlier. Okay, time to save another decision. Okay, this time we'll tap. I thought so. That was awfully mean of you earlier, you know. Leaving Huxley a gift and nothing for me. What you mean? I left you this big house and bunny and the bunny. The hell you mean? I left you so many gifts. The hell, man? Now that you have a new toy, you're just going to leave me to gather dust? What? Isn't a new partner is what you wanted? Girl, you have your brain is confusing, man. It's confusing me. She's being so melodramatic, but you did somewhat expect this from her. She's never taken well to having to share attention. Though you're a little surprised she's already noticed you giving him attention over a single small gift. He didn't even thank you or give you credit for it, so it's not as though he's going to be seeking your attention out because of a puzzle. Well, since you don't plan on answering me, you know I'm feeling very cross with you about this. Between leaving me alone in here for so long and then immediately turning your attention to your new friend, I'm feeling very replaced. So I expect you to do something to make this up to me. How about I shit on your house? Haha. How about I shit on your house? Huh? A fragile body and a fragile heart. The porcelain drama queen exits the attic. You might consider getting her something as well to cheer her up. Yeah, my shit. But at the same time, you don't want to encourage her to indulge in such dramatics every time you do something with Huxley. And you know she'll catch on if you make it a pattern. For now, you just have to ignore this outburst. You leave the dollhouse alone for the rest of the day. The next morning, you decide to check on the group around breakfast time. Luckily, it looks like everyone is relaxed again as they are all spending time together. Okay, so it's a quiche. 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 Huxley quiche. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that quiche or quiche? Are you paying attention? You look ready to fall asleep. I never get up this early. My head feels empty and my body feels boneless. You don't have bones! And I'm not sure if your head is empty or not actually. Do you have glass eyes like mine? Wait, you're distracting me. I'm trying to give instructions. Sorry, Lady Dahlia. Please continue. Well, I was going to have you dice the vegetables for the quiche. But I'd rather not having you holding the knife while you're so tired. So why don't you mix up the eggs for me instead? I'll measure out the other ingredients for you to mix in and you just have to man the mixer. Aye, chef. Easier for me. I'm a klutz with a knife anyway. Alright, Butterfingers. Did she take that seriously? The group gets to work on their complex breakfast dish. Dahlia works efficiently as she dices up their various vegetables into little cubes that will suit the size of the dish. She occasionally moves to check on Huxley's progress, but he seems to have things handled. Whisker hangs onto the clown's back, watching the mixture churning in the bowl, and occasionally moving the lever switch when Huxley asks him to. Okay. The hell? I thought the game was stuck. As you watch, you start to notice how much Dahlia looks over their way, a small frown on her face. Whisker catches her eye at one point and looks away. She turns her gaze down to her cutting board. By the time everything is put together to go into the oven, she's on edge. She excuses herself from the kitchen, asking Huxley to set the timer for her on her way out. She heads to the foyer. Yes, what now? Stepping into the foyer, Dahlia spots a handful of items on the box turntable that Huxley arrived in. A couple of colored balls, some silk handkerchief squares, also colorful, some oversized playing cards. Nothing she'd really be interested in, but there is one particularly ornate item among the group. Great, I accidentally skipped. Did I? I don't think... Nah, I didn't. She approaches and picks it up. Oh, what a cute little cane. I usually prefer parasols, but this is nice. Ah! As she turns the wooden cane over in her hands, she observes the metal handle at the top. It's fairly textured, made to be easy to grab even without wrapping fingers all the way around it. The flat top holds a little painted disc, painstakingly etched with a decorative H. Your work is detailed even when working with such small materials. You were very particular in making this gift. What happened? The handcrafted cane lies splintered in half on the ground. Whoa! What was that? Nothing. Didn't I tell you to wait in the kitchen? So, I don't have to. When I was worried, you were acting weird. Are those for me? Dahlia kicks the handle end of the broken cane behind her with her heel. Probably. Looks like all of it is for you. Whisker skitters across the foyer to Huxley's side, carrying the cane handle in his paws. His little plush steps went unnoticed by the larger toys in the room. Huxley takes the cane and looks to see what Dahlia was hiding. Jeez, Dahlia, what's your problem? Seriously, what did I even do? It's not you. I'm just upset with the owner right now. I was really angry and I had just picked up the cane. I was so mad I just hit it against the box without thinking and it broke. It was an accident. Fool! You didn't break anything else. You only broke something that was for me. Huxley, are you crying? No. I honestly didn't think it would mean so much to you. It's just a cane. It was made for me. A cane? What, are you old? Why would he need a cane? Nobody's ever made something just for me. You have so much. But you want to take away what I've got too? It was an accident. You already admitted you thought about it. That's enough. You're very upset with Dahlia for this and you can see Huxley is getting pretty worked up. Best to separate them for now. And put Dahlia where you don't have to look at her for a little while. But you put Dahlia away in her room and lock the door. Huxley, who was already upset by this turn of events, is terrified at seeing your hand enter the dollhouse, so suddenly. There isn't much else you can do but leave him alone to calm down. Dahlia pounds on the door of her room. You can hear her voice cracking as she cries to you, threatens you, says whatever she can think of to be absolved of any guilt. She just doesn't want to take responsibility for what she did. You decide to leave her in there until you're feeling less upset about what happened, whenever that happens to be. For now, you decide to focus on making a new gift for Huxley. You hadn't expected him to be so sentimental over it, but knowing now that it's so meaningful to him, you're newly motivated to make something for him that he'll enjoy. If he's willing to accept something like that from you, even with his fear of your physical presence, it's a good first foot in the door to actually bonding with the clown. But what to make? Another save. A bit. Right, he's still sleeping on that rickety old metal frame in the attic that's been in there for years. You're sure he could use something more comfortable, and on top of that, you can customize it to be more suitable for him. Perhaps it would look nice with some bright colors and a star relief carving on the headboard. Maybe bed knobs that look like circus sea lions balancing a ball on their nose. The idea is ambitious, but your mind is already racing with ideas. You decide you had better get to work right away. Over the next couple of days, you leave the dollhouse alone to work diligently on the bed for Huxley. You imagine he would like some time without you looming over the house after what happened before. However, you know that before you can present him with his bed, you'll have to try to get things back to normal within the house. It's time to check on Dahlia. You find her lying on her bed, completely despondent. She's fully dressed, though you can't be sure whether that means she has been getting up every day to get ready or just hasn't changed into her pajamas since you put her here. You unlock the door with a click. She's immediately alert. You're back. I thought you were going to leave me in here forever. I'm sorry for acting up before. I shouldn't have destroyed something that you made. Well, this is a surprise, but you doubt she'll learn much from this even if she's trying to make up with you now. You should consider my feelings too, though. It's not about the gifts specifically. You know that, don't you? Oh boy. You aren't sure what to do in response to this. She looks ready to burst into tears and you're still pretty cross with her. It doesn't negate your suspicion. She's only trying to get your sympathy, so you'll forgive her for acting out. She looks up and around the room expectantly. When nothing happens, she slowly sinks. I see, you don't want to talk about it right now. That's fine. It's fine. I should go let Huxley and Whisker know I'm out again. And I suppose talk to Huxley about this. I love you. Please talk to me soon. Okay. She anxiously hurries out of the room, her posture stiff and her expression full of worry. Just in case, you stick around to listen in on her and Huxley. You find the conversation already in progress, but their voices are low and hard to hear. Perhaps Dahlia didn't want you to listen in. I just worry that's the direction this is going. I don't remember it clearly, but I do have mentions in my journal. I don't think it's out of the question that replacement is what they have in mind. Oh well, I don't know them very well, so I couldn't say that, but when I got here, you tried very hard to tell me how much you trusted them on stuff. Plus, don't you think that's kind of an overreaction to a few gifts for me? This house is already full of stuff for you, so it's just common sense that more things would be added for me to balance it out. You just don't get it. What do you mean? My bond with them is special, so I can tell when they're pulling away. Well, so what then? So what? Yeah, I mean, they put me in here for you, didn't they? It's not like you'll be alone if they did decide to focus their attention on me. That's not the same. She's jealous. She's so jealous right now. Oh. I'm not trying to say I don't like you, Huxley. I like you a lot. You're my friend. But the owner, that's something else different entirely. My friendship with you makes me happy, but you don't give my life purpose. Nobody can do that for you, Dahlia. I know you think you're made just for them, but here's the thing. You have no purpose. Nobody does. Nobody can give you one. That's the awful truth. You have to get by in life by your own will. Or just spin your wheels like I was when I just gave up. It's your own choice. There's no pressure to live for someone else, but there's no drive outside of your own wants. And that's difficult, but it is what it is. But that can't possibly be right. And how would you know anyway? You spent your whole life just moping around, hating what you are. Just because you lack any purpose doesn't mean I do too. I should have known better than to confide in you. You don't get it because you've never been anyone's favorite. Well, I'm Whisker's favorite. Ugh. For the second time in just a few minutes, Dahlia storms out of the room. Though this time it's clear she's angrier than she is upset. But at the very least, Huxley stood his ground this time. Dahlia looks like she's going to sulk over tea in the kitchen, so you feel safe in leaving them alone while you get back to work. As long as she isn't at his throat, she can be mad all she likes. Oh wow. Today you finished your bed for Huxley. Rather than draw attention to it, you left it in the foyer for him to find. You're excited to see his reaction. He approaches the bed, reaching out to touch the headboard as though to check if it was real. You feel a sense of pride in the little piece of furniture being carved out of real wood. It's not some cheap plastic diorama piece from a craft store. Clearly, he notices just how much work is put into it. He sits on the edge of the bed, testing out the springiness of the mattress. It's definitely better than the old one in the attic. It's only your hope that he would feel more at home this way. It's a big piece of furniture that can't easily be ignored, and his style is all over it. Like Dahlia's imposing four-poster bed, Huxley is meant to display he has a very permanent place in the house, and it's all his. You're probably around, right? Right, there you are. Geez, I've just realized I don't really know how to talk to you. Especially since I've been avoiding you, you had to have noticed that. Sorry about that, and thanks for this. I really didn't think you'd care about me at all, since it'd be pretty easy for you to just think of me as some object for your entertainment. But you surprised me. Also, I'm not lugging this thing up the stairs by myself. You'll have to move it. Dahlia steps down the stairs, frowning as she looks at the conspicuous bed in the foyer. Huxley's initial joviality clears right up at seeing how she's looking at it. Oh, what is it? What is this? It's taking up the whole doorway. Huxley gets back up off of the bed where he was sitting. I don't think it's gonna stay here. It's probably for the attic. Right, the attic. I suppose we'll just dismantle the old one to make room for the new one. Huxley doesn't respond to that. He likely knows it holds a secondary meaning in her eyes. I suppose I'll have to do it myself too, since you can't really help with that. You're just trying to get a rise out of me now. How so? It's the truth. Unless you think everything I do should be about you too. I'm the only one who hasn't been acting that way over you after all, so I would understand your confusion. Why are you so jealous of me? Jealous! There's nothing to be jealous of. The owner is only giving you attention because you're a novelty. You're new and they'll get bored of you. I'm jealous of you. Shut up. And even if they do, whatever. Whisker's my friend. I thought you were too, but whatever. One is plenty for me. At least he cares about me. You never care about anyone but yourself. Whisker quietly enters the room, having heard the commotion and his name being used. He looks especially worried. That's not true. I care about the owner, or else this wouldn't even matter to me, because they care about me too. Oh yeah? Then what happened to what you said before about their silence being fine with you? They can ignore you all they want as long as they aren't giving attention to anyone else? You're not sure at all about whether they care about you. That's... You're worried you're just a toy to them because you put all your worth into getting their approval. You make yourself miserable, Dahlia. Stop coming up with ways to blame me for that. Neither of us control what they do. Neither of us can know for sure how they feel. Neither of us can guarantee we're more than just possessions for them. So it's pointless. If you don't want to be my friend, just leave me alone. You sit in silence for a moment. Is that really how he feels about you, even after you went out of your way to make him feel welcome? He's right about Dahlia's insecurity, but maybe he's the same. Maybe he just can't trust you. You don't like it, but it's hard to completely disregard his point of view. You aren't in the same position at all, and he knows it. Surely he realizes how long you've dealt with Dahlia and her dramatics, though. If you threw out toys every time they were difficult with you, you would never have any. Dahlia returns from the kitchen. Huxley? What? What do you want, Dahlia? You really don't understand a thing. You ruin everything, don't you get it? Dahlia? Dahlia holds a kitchen knife in her hand. Uh-oh. Let's fight! Yeah! I was wrong. I can admit that. Wanting friends was wrong. It should have been just us. Even Whisker doesn't need to be here. Whisker is quick to flee. He bumps into the box, knocking the lid open. He uses it for cover. You're acting nuts. If you want the bed so bad, just take it. I just won't have anything. It's better than whatever this is. I don't want the stupid bed. I just want things to be like they were. Dahlia, please, you're scaring me. You begin to reach in for Dahlia, but she lunges before you can come even close. You're doing it on purpose, going on and on about how much it doesn't matter to you, about how you aren't even trying. It just comes so easy to you, doesn't it? While I worry and try and actually care about what happens. You just mope until everything gets handed to you. I'm not, please, I'll just go. I'll ask them to take me out of here. That's not good enough. I need to know that you won't come back. Huh. Oh, she stabbed him. Oh, Dahlia. Ooh. 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 Am I supposed to click? Oh no. The scene plays automatically. Oh no. With the knife swinging, there isn't much you can do but wait. He stopped moving early into the attack. She even tore out his spring and tossed it across the room. Not that he had been able to use it to get away. Why does he have two faces? The hell? Oh wait, did she... I think she split his face in half. Oh, he's barely recognizable as the puppet you chose by the time she stands up over him. His rubber head was split right up in the middle and now lays spread on the ground like open butterfly wings. It's like each half of his face is a mask, each displaying a different emotion held in his final moments. His lining is shredded, his stuffing tossed every which way. He's beyond salvaging. Whisker, you weren't always so bad. So I'm sorry about this. Oh my god, look at Whisker. Look at Whisker down behind, under the box. Poor guy. He didn't deserve this. Whisker is never gonna approach Dahlia ever again. You step away from the dollhouse. How did things go so wrong so quickly? You need to find something to put Dahlia in. You can't leave her in there, but you don't want to pick her up while she's acting like this. The knife is the size of an X-Acto blade to you, but you don't doubt she would stick it right through your hand if you gave her the chance. Assuming she didn't go for a vein instead, you find a jar that should be right about the right size and grab a large paintbrush to shove her into it and return with and return to the dollhouse. You're met with a burning smell and the sight of smoke exiting the windows. You find Dahlia sitting in the attic. In the brief time you were away, she set the room ablaze. You can smell some sort of accelerant. It makes you wonder if she put some thought into this before about what she would do. It occurs to you to attempt to scoop her into the jar, but fire is already creeping up the sides of her dress, of her hair. No, don't overwrite the save file. Just save here. Let's save her. The dollhouse is definitely ruined. Huxley and Whisker are beyond saving. Horrible as she has been, she's the only thing left. You reach into the dollhouse with your tools and scoop the burning doll into the jar. It's lucky for her that you choose a glass container, or you wouldn't have even had the option. You hurry her into the bathroom and the lid held over the jar to try to keep the smoke from escaping. It's not quite enough to smother the fire. You finally bring her to the sink and turn on the faucet, drenching her and filling the container with water. By the time you've done all this, her cotton clothing has been ruined, her wool wefted hair has easily burned away. Her paper flowers are only ashes in the water. She's naked and charred and unrecognizable. But she's alive. Try as she might to convince you otherwise by sinking motionlessly to the bottom of the jar. You'll have to remake her, but the damage is extensive. But she's a monster of your making. You'll breathe new life into her, and hopefully this time you'll get it right. Ending 2A, the Princess Ashputtel. 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 Yeah, look at this. Oh! Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 endings left. I suppose 3 endings left. What if we leave her? Huxley was right in a way. She's in a hell of her own making. And never has it been so clear as now when you see her being taken away by the flames. Cracks form from the heat and her clothes and hair burn away. You look away. You start to think there was never a possibility of either of you being happy in this arrangement. It's both a punishment and a mercy to let her burn. You leave to grab a pitcher of water for the fire. To scale, it's small and fairly contained. The only damage is to the dollhouse. Still, you move your paint thinners and repair supplies off of your table and spritz down the surface with water to catch any stray embers. And you wait. You don't put out a fire until you're sure she has been reduced to nothing more than porcelain debris. You take some responsibility for this situation. After all, it was your dollhouse. You were in charge of it. But things were clearly beyond any redemption. You're not sure when you'll be up to it, but you just have to start over fresh. A new home, maybe new toys. And you'll be sure your control is known to be undefiable so that this never happens again. Ending 2B, the doll maker, the monster maker. Okay, but the gift part, what if we remake the cane instead? Right, the cane really meant a lot to him. You originally thought of it as a convenience item to help him reach things around the house that were difficult for him without hands, but you wanted it to be personal for him as well, hence the elaborate customization. While not the most beautiful miniature you ever crafted for the house, as a first for him, it still holds some meaning. You decide to clear the remains of old one once everyone is asleep, then you'll make it anew. Over the next couple of days, you leave the dollhouse, a cane for Huxley. You imagine he would like some time without you. Okay, same dialogue. Same dialogue. I'm skipping. Okay, we say Whisker's favorite. For the second time today you finished your cane for Huxley. Rather than draw attention to it, you left it in the foyer for him to find. You're excited to see his reaction. He carefully picks up the cane. It's not a perfect recreation, but one you took a little bit more time with. Tiny relief carvings spiral down the cane. They aren't detailed since scale is a difficult factor for you, but they were chosen with care. Stars and simple comedy and tragedy masks are the main motif you chose. The masks feature prominently on the metal handle as well. It's certainly more ornate than before, but you use the same H initial medallion as before as the inlay. A careful reconstruction of the original gift with a little extra love put into it to make up for the loss of the first. He holds it with his arms, standing there in quiet thought before he breaks the silence. You're probably around, right? Right, there you are. Geez, I've just realized that. I don't think I'll be dressing up all swanky to match this thing though. It'll be for knocking stuff off the shelves and helping me up the stairs, and that's it. Dahlia steps down. Huxley. Ah, that cane. I suppose I should keep my distance then. What do you mean? It's not like you'd break it a second time. I told you that was an accident. You're still trying that, huh? I guess I didn't mean to imply you wouldn't break it again out of the goodness of your heart anyway. You only wouldn't break it because you got in trouble for it for the first time. And I suppose you had the time of your life with me locked away in there then, didn't you? Not having to deal with me encroaching on your time with Whisker or the owner. Perhaps I should worry of how you might think up ways to get rid of me for longer than that. You're just trying to get a rise out of me. How so? It's the truth. Unless you are jealous, shut up, blah 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 blah. Worried, Whisker, care about you. You're worried you're just a toy to them. So it's pointless. Leave me alone. You sit in silence for a moment. Is that how he really feels about you? Huxley? What do you want, Dahlia? You don't understand a thing. You ruin everything, don't you? Dahlia holds a kitchen knife in her hand. I was wrong. Quick to flee. Cover. Cane so bad. I don't want a stupid cane. Dahlia, please, you're scaring me. Okay, same thing. I guess the fucking gift don't matter at all. A painting, a sad clown. Okay. Ah, of course, a painting of Huxley to put on the wall in the dollhouse. A portrait of a sad clown is already a classic piece of decor, so it wouldn't look particularly out of place, but more importantly, you should make Huxley feel really at home by showing him he's part of the household now. It's something special and unmistakably his. You get to work right away. However, you know that before you can present him with this portrait, you'll have to try to get things back to normal within the house. It's time to check on Dahlia. You didn't think it would be a good idea to hang it since then they might feel obligated to keep it wherever you first placed it. Today you finished your portrait for Huxley. Rather than draw attention for it, okay, the portrait sits in its frame, resting on the box he arrived in that the two have taken to using as a clutter-catching table. You want him and Dahlia to find a good place for it in the house. Right now, Huxley simply stares at it, eyes tracing over the colorful painting. You originally had intended to make it his resting expression, the classic sad clown painting, but you instead decided to base the portrait's expression on the passive smile he often gave, seen in his moments of cautious optimism. You feel it represents him more truly that way. He eventually looks up from the picture, turning his head to look around the ceiling as the toys tended to do when unsure of your presence. You're probably around, right? I don't know. I've been about that. Also, don't think I didn't notice you tried to pretty me up in the picture. Some object, okay. It's an awfully generous take on me. Dahlia steps down the stairs and sees the conspicuous portrait. Okay, now Huxley said, a new picture. There isn't quite room for it down here though. I suppose if we aren't to keep it in the attic, we'll have to take down one of my pictures. Nah, why not huck it in the attic since you don't want to see it anyway. Huxley plays right along with Dahlia's comment rather than trying to placate her. You worry about how that will go over. I don't dislike it, but you expect me to be excited about it? Though I suppose you're quite pleased with yourself. This is my house, and even I don't have a portrait in it. But you show up, and well, it's fitting there should be a picture of you here now and not one of me. Maybe the owner will give me a miniature violin to play for you next. Oh, so suddenly you understand my feelings? Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about how I should feel and you're just directing me. You're just trying to get a rise out of me now. Also, it's the truth. Unless you think everything I do should be about you too. I'm the only one who hasn't been. No. Why so jealous? There's nothing you'll be jealous of. The both of you. And then I go to kitchen and bring a knife. Okay, she's brought out a knife. And you're gonna die. It's better than whatever it is. Won't have anything. But she lunges before you can come even close. You're doing it on purpose. Going on and on about how it doesn't matter to you, about how you aren't even trying. It just comes so easy to you, doesn't it? While I worry and try and actually care about what happens, you just mope until everything gets handed to you. I'm not, please, just go. I'll ask them to take me out of here. That's not good enough. I need to know that you won't come back. Ooh. 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 I think he's dead. Oh no. I think he's dead. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Oh no. Okay, so what if we let's tap. Right, this is the first option, right? We're gonna see if there's anything different if we tap. She smiles softly. There you are. Maybe you could join me. I'm not sure. Blah 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 blah. Skip. Skip. Let's help. Skip. Huxley winning me over. Yes. I thought so. That was awfully mean of you, leaving Huxley. But you did somewhat you don't plan. I'm feeling very replaced. I expect you to do something, so make this up to me. Porcelain drama. Oh. It's the same. It's the same thing. No, it doesn't even matter. It didn't even matter at all. Didn't even matter at all. Dahlia remains the favorite. Okay. Oh, what if we choose this? Dahlia and Huxley wait in silence for your answer. At first, you're worried that they'll just stand there until you do something, but Huxley is finally the one to break the stillness in the kitchen by looking aside at Dahlia. Okay, so this is the path where you choose Dahlia as the option, Dahlia as the favorite. And then here they are trying to decide what to make for breakfast, and you have to suggest it. But I decide to stay silent. Maybe they're not there. Ah, perhaps. I thought for certain they would come see us today, though. Let's wait a little bit longer. I'll just make myself some toast if that's alright. Are you sure? I'm not sure what I'll make, but it'll definitely be better than just plain toast. Dahlia says this as though to tempt him, but it's clear from her tone she's displeased with his attempt to avoid whatever decision she expects you to make about the food. He seems to catch on to this too. Alright, I guess we'll wait. It's likely only to avoid another argument like before, but in a way you're relieved to see him settling into Dahlia's routine. How can you tell when they're here anyway? You ask so readily. Oh, I ask every day. Do you usually sleep in though, Mr. Lazy Bones? Lazy No Bones? Yeah, well, I was having trouble so sleeping. Chamomile tea, brew coffee. You like coffee, don't you? Or just brew us some coffee while we wait. You like coffee, don't you? Sure. Even if you didn't, you sound like you need it today, huh? Just sit at the table. How does he does as she tells him while she goes to put the kettle on the stove. You're glad she has someone else to direct her neediness in a way. But at the same time, it would be depressing to watch them waiting around for you to do something. They seem like they're getting along in the loosest sense of the word, so you leave them alone for now. Hopefully, Dahlia gets impatient and makes them some food. But you're sure even if she doesn't, Huxley will just sneak something to eat later. He clearly isn't a fan of you and your opinion. Isn't something he'd wait around all day for, like Dahlia. Alright, and your opinion isn't something he'd wait around all day for, like Dahlia. Oh, okay, guys. Your hopes that toys wouldn't need much more supervision to keep getting along turn out to be a little too optimistic. You find yourself regularly checking on them, arguments, harsh demeanor to her when she would snap at him. You find he is begun by these developments and same dialogue. I remember. I don't think it matters at all. Break him, keep him, who cares? Right, it's the same ending. Hmm. Let's see, this is the ending where she burns to death. And this is the ending, right, this is the ending where we take the clown. This is the ending where we destroy him. And this is the ending where the house gets destroyed. And this is the ending where we save Dahlia instead of leaving her to burn. Wait, let me check on real quick how many endings are there in this game. Okay guys, so I just checked and it seems like we got all the endings, right? There is no other endings, which is disappointing because there's no good ending. All these endings is one of them dying. Either one of them die or both of them dies. Like, come on, really? So either Dahlia becomes like the becomes damaged. Okay, looks like this is it. There's no other endings to explore. I feel very bad for Whisker though. He done nothing. He's done nothing but gotta see all this. Oh, there you go. That's the game. Don't toy with me. So I hope you guys enjoy this playthrough of Don't Toy With Me. If you do, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.